So guys, a Bible passage that I just recently memorized that I want to talk about right now is Romans 5:6-10. So let's have a look at this verse right here. And it says, "For while we were so weak, at the right time, Christ died for the ungodly. For one will scarcely die for a righteous person, though perhaps for a good person one would dare even to die. God shows his love for us in that, while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Since therefore we have now been justified by his blood, much more shall we be saved by him from the wrath of God. For while we were enemies, we were reconciled to God by the death of his Son. Much more, now that we are reconciled, shall we be saved by his life." So basically what this is saying is so many people, like I personally, and you probably will agree, we wouldn't die for other people for the most part. Like, you wouldn't see someone random on the street and say, okay, I would die for you so that you can live. But even if it's like the most perfect person in the world, you wouldn't die for them just so that they can live. But God shows love for us in that while we were still sinners, we're still evil, dirty, rotten sinners that no one else would die for. Jesus died for us on the cross. So like by earthly standards, by human standards, that's super unheard of. So that just speaks a lot to the unfathomable love that God shows us. That while we were still sinners, we didn't have to become perfect to accept salvation. God let us be saved while we were sinners so that he could help us through this healing process. And while we were still sinners, we are able to be saved by Jesus' blood.